a date which will live in infamy.
December 7th, 1941, a day that changed history forever. The attack on Pearl Harbor pulled the United States into World War II, marking the beginning of a global conflict that would reshape the world. Today, more than 80 years later, Pearl Harbor stands as a place of remembrance, resilience, and education. Whether you're a history buff, a veteran, or someone who just wants to understand the events that shaped our world, visiting Pearl Harbor is an experience you won't forget. In this video, I'll walk you through how to visit the historical site, what you need to know before you go, and the must-see attractions once you arrive. Getting to Pearl Harbor is easy if you're staying in Waikiki. You can drive, take the bus, just make sure you're heading to the Pearl Harbor Visitor Center and not the active military base, which is off limits to the public. Parking inside the Visitor Center is $7 per vehicle. It's important to remember that no bags are allowed inside for security reasons, so please bring only what you can carry. Locker rentals are also available on site for a small fee. Once inside the Visitor Center, you can rent some headphones for a self-guided tour or sign up for one of the many walking tours. A quick note on tickets, the USS Arizona Memorial requires advanced reservations via recreation.gov. If you're unable to reserve a ticket online, don't sweat it. Standby options for the Arizona Memorial are available on site. Simply go to one of the kiosks out front, enter your information, and they will text you when the seat opens up. Before embarking on your Pearl Harbor adventure, take a moment to read the names at Memorial Park and learn more about the events that led up to the attack and the aftermath of the battle. You can also check out the Visitor Center Museum located next to the gift shop. After checking out Memorial Park, stop by one of the many cafes or vending machines to grab a snack or drink before you start your adventure, and trust me, you will need it. Now that you're ready to start your day, let's get into some of the main attractions you must see at Pearl Harbor. USS Arizona Memorial, a tribute to the fallen. The USS Arizona Memorial is one of the most powerful sites at Pearl Harbor. This is the final resting place of 1,177 sailors and Marines who lost their lives during the attack. Unlike other sunken battleships, the Arizona was never recovered, turning into a lasting underwater grave. The memorial spans the sunken ship, allowing visitors to look down and see parts of the wreckage still visible beneath the waves. A wall of names honors the crewmen who perished here, creating a deeply moving moment of reflection. The black tears, drops of oil still leaking from the ship, symbolize the souls of the fallen. While you're here, learn more about the timeline of the attack and how the Arizona was hit. Next, we have the USS Bowfin, the silent hunter of World War II. If you ever wondered what life was like inside a World War II submarine, the USS Bowfin gives you a first-hand experience. Once on the Bowfin, you can walk through the entire submarine, from the torpedo rooms to the tiny crew quarters. See how 80 men lived and operated in incredibly tight conditions. Try the periscope for a view across Pearl Harbor. Learn how submarines played a crucial role in the Pacific Theater, taking down enemy supply ships. Learn about the daily life of a submariner, from sleeping in shifts to dealing with extreme pressures under the sea. After visiting the Bowfin, check out the Pacific Fleet Submarine Museum to hear more personal stories from the men who served in the submarine fleets during that period. Up next, we have the battleship Missouri, where World War II ended. The USS Missouri, also called the Mighty Mo, is where World War II officially ended. On September 2nd, 1945, Japan signed the formal surrender documents on this very deck, bringing an end to a war that had lasted nearly 6 years. Before you visit the Mighty Mo, catch a shuttle from the Visitor Center to Ford Island. Since Ford Island is an active base, follow all rules while on the premises. Once on board, stand on the exact spot where the surrender took place. Tour inside the massive battleship, including gun turrets, war rooms, and the officers' quarters. Learn about its continued service in the Korean War and the Gulf War before retiring in 1992. On the tour, learn more about the role of battleships in World War II and why they were replaced by aircraft carriers. Also learn about the personal stories of sailors who served aboard the Mighty Mo. And last, we have the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum, the War in the Skies. Pearl Harbor wasn't just about battleships. Aircraft played a massive role in the attack and the war that followed. The Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum is located inside an actual World War II era hangar that survived the attack, complete with bullet holes still visible. Once inside, walk through Hangar 37, where you'll see real World War II era fighter planes, including one of the last remaining Japanese Zeros. Try a flight simulator to see what it was like to dogfight in the Pacific. See aircraft from later wars like the Korean and Vietnam conflicts, and including some 4th generation fighters. Learn more about how Japan launched their attack using aircraft carriers and torpedo bombers. And learn about the other part of the story is about how America rebuilt its air power, leading to victories at battles like Midway. Lastly, look for the Swamp Ghost, a World War II bomber that was lost for decades before being recovered. After taking in all that history, you might want to reflect and grab a bite to eat. Right next to the memorial is the Restaurant 604, a local favorite serving up comfort food with a view. It's the perfect place to take a moment, enjoy a meal, and soak in the significance of where you are. Pearl Harbor is more than just a historical site. It's a place of remembrance, resilience, and learning. Walking through these memorials, you don't just read about history, you feel it. The stories of those who lived, fought, and sacrificed here still echo through time. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more Hawaii travel insights. And if you've been to Pearl Harbor, share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Mahalo for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Aloha.